I'm Joel, and this is my wife, Michelle. We are clients of RP Capital, have been for about a year.
So I came from a scarcity mindset. And so I was very suspicious of buying rental properties from a company I had not heard of. First of all, went through everything on the RP website and was pretty convinced that this would not be a scam and that it was going to be a good situation. When you come from a scarcity mindset, you think that everybody's just out to take advantage of someone else. So it's very rare in this day and age to actually have someone who wants to help other people prosper. And it's even more rare, I think, to think that people could do business and everybody win. It's been about a year. We have purchased 4 properties through RP Capital, and they have all been different in their own way, but very good. All of these different moving parts are amazing, and Ron's done an excellent job in vetting them. Just even the theory behind which markets they chose and choose to be in, it sets them up for success just from the foundation.
We're good friends with someone that we've used as an attorney. He is an attorney, and we kind of talked to him about it, and he's a very thoughtful person, so he was kind of hemming and hawing as we were describing it to him. After thinking about it for a little while, he came to us and he said, I think you should, he said, you know what I like about this model? He said, it's not sexy. And he said, I think you should buy one. And then we saw him the next day and he said, you know, maybe you should buy 2.
He has some real estate investment properties, and so he has seen them be successful over the years, and he knows that can be a game changer. He was very helpful. He knew our financial situation from working with us. He personal friends, so we knew he was out for our best interest, and his vote was the only vote that we had to proceed with such a scary option for investment. Everybody else would be really kind of downers, like, well, what if it goes bad? It's over state lines. You'll have to do, go to court in someone else's state. But he's like, yeah, sounds like it should work. It's a model that makes sense. Do one. And then he said, let me know if it works. Maybe I'll do one. So the first step is I called RP Capital, and someone was on the phone and basically determined if we have assets that would be able to become liquid to purchase rental properties, and also just answered a ton of questions. And then about a week later, we spoke with our sales rep of the properties, and she was very, very helpful in answering a ton more questions. And we refinanced our home and pulled that equity out of our home, and that bought most of them. And we did also cash out some 401 or IRAs, and that was a bit scary because everybody tells you to keep your money in there until you die and then give it to your kids and never touch anything. But we realized that it wasn't going to serve us now. So we just decided we wanted to invest in something that we had the options to make a difference. Like, our efforts would work, our ingenuity would maybe pay some dividends directly to us rather than just throwing our money at the stock market and hoping someone else can make something of it. So we have 4 properties. 3 of them have done very well. The property managers have been great. We do have 1 property that has required more effort. That property has had some major maintenance issues. I have just been extremely pleased because I reached back out to RP Capital, and they have been directly in contact with the property manager in that market. And that third that outside voice that has leverage has made the difference between those repairs being done. Well, I'm new. Like, I don't know how to solve these problems. I don't know whose responsibility is what. Am I supposed to drive out there and fix them? Or as a property manager? And so Heather at RP has helped us say, well, they should do that. And I will talk to the property manager and see what they should do. And then also just in resolving and negotiating the financial responsibilities of those repairs. I can just say that RP Capital's gone the extra mile, way above and beyond anything I would ever expect. So cost segregation has been a really big help to us. Through RP Capital, they have a consultant who specializes in doing accelerated depreciation, cost segregation on rental properties at a very affordable. They've negotiated an extremely great rate. And that was very important to our whole financial picture for a lot of different reasons. One, our healthcare is dependent on it. We have a daughter who's going off to college. And so we bought 4 properties in 1 year. We accelerated depreciation on all of them, which resulted in an overall income loss on our
income taxes
statement, which allowed our daughter to get the maximum amount of financial aid for her college tuition. And so this whole tax advantage has been a huge help to our family for our healthcare and for my daughter's education, for our overall financial situation. And we would not have any of that if we didn't have access to the accountants that RP Capital recommend and to their different agencies who do the tax depreciation. So they have the resources there, and we are able to plug into them and ask the questions to make this whole model fit for our specific financial situation.
So the properties have all been cash flowing. There's been a few vacancies. Like Michelle said, there's been maintenance issues on one of the 4, but overall they have been amazing. It is working really well. We're about a year in, and we're very hopeful with what this has allowed us to do with passive cash flow. And the networking that RP provides, the loans, the accounting, the specialists for things such as cost segregation, we wouldn't have been able to be where we are. There wouldn't be any other means for us to be able to be where we are now because of our connection with RP Capital and their integrity and their going the extra mile just to make everything go the way it should. So we're very pleased with how things have gone with our relationship with RP Capital. Can't recommend it highly enough.
I'd also like to just add they're just great people. We went out to Utah and we met Heather there, and now she's traveled here on her trip around the country. So it's been great to get to know Heather and her family. And then Ron is an incredible cheerleader, and he puts a ton of content out there that's helpful, not just for real estate rentals, but just in other areas of real estate as well. He's just able to add insight. I inquired about other avenues of learning about real estate, and he had resources and advice that was just incredible. The podcasts are great. The podcasts, they'll put forth a lot of information about other topics that are relating, but not exactly on the rental properties, but help set up maybe the other aspects of life that all go together to make it successful. Very, very helpful. I would just say integrity and honorable, great communication, real people, answer the phone is a big deal. I just can't speak highly enough. We have grown and become better people from working with RP Capital. You should too.